Hey everybody, so it is currently Sunday when I'm recording this, which means this is going out tomorrow. Hopefully I can get this done before I have to go to work in about 30 minutes. And these episodes are about 30 minutes long, so there's that. I tried to record this the other day, and then Herman decided it was time for a screaming. So instead of recording this, I hung out with him because he needed to scream, because that's what kittens do. He's currently asleep. After what it feels like way too long. Oh, by the way, the reason I'm pointing out that it's Sunday is that it's Sunday and I don't see volume 10 anywhere. Did I get screwed up on like the order that these were coming out in? Because where's part 10? Shouldn't have come out Friday? How does this work? Does it mean that it's this coming Friday? I don't know. I thought that it was every week that I wasn't publishing on my arcade channel, but apparently not. Anyway, if it's around and I'm just not seeing it, let me know. But I checked the store page and I didn't see it. I'm going to assume that it's this coming Friday, so you guys will have to wait until probably Saturday or Sunday to get that week's, or this coming week. You guys know what I mean. After what feels like way too long, the vehicle slows down to take you to the tumble out of fuck me. The vehicle slows down and you take the opportunity to tumble out of your slime jail onto the dusty ground, picking yourself up and hurrying away from the station before you can get spotted. A little while later, you're standing at the beginning of a massive canyon, and your awful train ride almost feels like it was worth it. The canyon stretches on endlessly, miles of yawning chasms and winding ravines at your feet. It's enough to make your mouth hang open in awe. After spending so much time in various grody parts of the city, the sight of such a pristine natural beauty touches your heart. You feel somehow inspired, like you could belt out an aria? Or draw a masterpiece if you tried. But before you can begin exploring your hidden creative depths, you're distracted by noises coming from not too far away. You're not alone. You know what that means. A chance to get yourself more of that sweet, sweet friendship. After so many successful companionship adventures, you're thirsty for more. You pick up your jaw and go investigate. The sound leads you towards a long trail along the side of the canyon, which leads you down towards a roomy platform not much lower than where you started. There's a series of sharp outcroppings jutting out of the plateau, and perched atop the highest one is a figure dramatically framed against the moonlight. At first, you think he's peering moodily into the distance, but then you realize that he's looking through some kind of contraption on his face. What is the Mega Man 2 music doing here? It's very neat. This is like stage music for Mega Man, like straight up, like the original, not Mega Man X. It's great. I like this. This is about as far as I got when I tried to record it previously, but, Herman again. So, recording coordinates. You look around, there doesn't seem to be anyone else here, so what you heard was this fellow muttering to himself, you guess. I see. He's so wrapped up in whatever it is he's doing that he hasn't noticed you yet. This guy has got to be hankering after some company. Being all by him lonesome out here in the middle of nowhere, you're sure of it. Let's just say hello. Startling murders is not a good idea. He's yellow blood, which means that he could be either very cool or very not. Yellow means... Blue is like lawyer. Yellow... Green is... babysitter? Yellow is psychic. Right. So definitely let's not randomly surprise a psychic. Just seems like a bad idea in general. Sporting your most winning smile, you call out a greeting and give a jaunty wave. That gets his attention. Well, would you look what the pervy's dragged in? Asdaja. You should see how I'm pronouncing shit on fucking Yakuza. It's a little bit better because it follows a certain, like, I don't know. It's real language rather than random bullshit that's been made up. Are you lost? That depends on your definition of lost. You prefer to think that whatever you're doing is taking the scenic route, just like indefinitely. I would like to do that, like personally. Just take the scenic route for the rest of my life. But unfortunately, it's very hard to have enough money to survive. Your new acquaintance and hopefully soon-to-be pal snorts, unimpressed. You'd be better if you did that somewhere else. Better for me, I mean. Which is the most important issue at hand, let's face it. The Seto Kiba look that I'm getting off of him is not lost on me. The high collar and the trench coat and the puffy shoulders and the hair and the fucking scouter from DBZ. Like, this is just straight up you are Yu-Gi-Oh! I know that this is more of a DBZ thing, but you know, I think the game knows as well. I still have preparations to make and I'm running out of time. You're kind of cramping my style here. Preparations? For the game, obviously. It's starting any minute now. You have no idea what he's talking about. Seriously, you don't even know about dual strike? He is Seto Kiba. Wow. You're even more empty-headed of pleb than I thought. That's not a very fair thing for him to say. Sure, you might have just made a habit of running headfirst into stupidly dangerous situations, but there's no reason for him to assume. Your voice is drowned by the crackling sound. He's levitating down from his perch towards you, sparkles of energy stirring up the sand into a cloud. After meeting Sinerva and Kamram, you've come to expect that psionic powers from trolls with yellow blood from now. Yep. I'm not a fan of, like, this specific image, and I'm not entirely sure why. But it still kind of takes you aback. You stumble backwards, falling on your ass. The troll is unbothered by your spill, continuing to address you while you're sprawled out onto the ground. I'll explain. Dual Strifers pits Alternia's best and brightest against each other in a timed event, designed to reveal the most skilled among the group. Which would be me, of course. That goes without saying. He tells you a bunch of other stuff about game mechanics that, to be honest, go straight over your head. He's apparently not enough of a rush that he can't stop what he's doing to outline his plans to you, some random passerby, in a fairly detailed manner at that. He seems pleased to have an audience, actually. Wow, this friendship is barely even off the ground and you're already doing great. You get back onto your feet and nod along sagely, pretending to understand what all his rambling and strategy and whatnot. Then you start to notice a blinking light. It's coming from the screen over his eye. Huh. Interesting. My scouter can't retrieve any data from your species at all. He leans forward and looks at you. Really looks at you. Up until this point, he's been paying more attention to his own voice and whatever his readings he's been getting on his device, but now he's fully focused on you. He's actually starting to fluster you a little, actually. That is, until his mouth twists into a smirk. You get a glimpse of a single jagged tooth. You know, it's technically possible to join in teams of 2, but you're here now. Is he saying what you think he might be saying? Excitedly, you clarify whether or not he's asking you to join the game as his partner. Nah. Sure, I just love teaming up with clueless nerds like you. No. You'd be a nice element of surprise, though. I could use you as a collateral resource, fodder, a lackey. What do you say? That doesn't sound nearly as flattering, but friendship fodder. It's an opportunity to help. You've found so many great friendships on doing whatever favors random strangers have wanted you to do for them already, so why stop now? I don't think I really get a choice in this. He seems like the type that wouldn't give me one. I'll be the best lackey ever. The title might not be much, but it doesn't mean you can't excel at it. I wish I could have, like, a backbone. You know what I mean? Like, my character could just have a fucking spine and realize that, like, just don't interact. Like with anyone. Go back to the cowgirl. She seemed nice. She's not asking for shit from you, you know? This guy looks like he's gonna... I mean, he immediately said he was gonna use me for cannon fodder. I don't know if you guys know much about war tactics, but that means I die. That's the short version of it. The title doesn't mean... Okay. That was awful. Excellent. By the way, I'm Adaja Kleenex. But you must have known that already. You're not sure why you would, maybe some kind of big shot. Come to think of it, that name does ring a bell. You've heard it before when you were in the middle of infiltrating a bandit hideout with the mercenary Kanye. Oh, fuck. You meant my mate Spirit? You must have gotten on her good side, or you wouldn't be standing here talking to me. Because you'd be minced into the ground finer than grub paste. He's grinning like he's really proud and fond about Kanye being the sort of girl who'd make mincemeat out of someone as soon as they speak to them. If he wasn't talking about her literally murdering you, you might find this reaction endearing. That's true, though. I mean, honestly, she did like us and didn't murder us. And she doesn't seem like the type to not murder. So that means that, like, you know, that's probably a good thing, right? Right? Hang on. If he already has a partner, why isn't she here? Adaja's expression sours abruptly. My partner isn't here because she didn't make our agreed-upon rendezvous time. I don't know, he turned country there because I couldn't pronounce that word right. Rendezvous. It's like French? Italian? Chinese? He says the word partner in an overdone, exasperated huff, as if she might be listening from behind a boulder somewhere, and he can't somehow shame her, and he can somehow shame her into appearing. You remember what Polypus said about mercenary duos often being quadrant pairs, i.e. romantically involved. Did his girl stand him up? Yikes. Maybe it's better that you have been promoted to partner status if it means getting involved with another couple. Maybe it's better that you haven't been... yeah, that's a key. Have not been promoted to partner status if it means... And I don't really want to be partner with a guy that seems like he's alright with murder, because I don't know how to murder. I'm not capable of murder on a planet filled with psychics and murder women. So it just doesn't seem like it's a great situation for me. You've had quite enough of that already. You hope they aren't fighting. Adaja glares at you. The exact nature of our quadrant is none of your business, frankly. Now come on, we're wasting time. He steps off the edge of the plateau, descending in a crackle of energy and floating you up into the canyon along with him. It's a terrifying ride, but the view it affords you is pretty amazing. Soon you reach the bottom. We should keep going. There's someone else in this valley, and we'll get the drop on them if we move fast. He grins confidently, his coat flapping behind him. There isn't any wind down here. Is he flapping his own coat with his sigh for dramatic effect? Of course he is. Seto Kiba would do that if he could. Excuse me? Sorry, I took a drink of coffee and then I realized what the fuck. First blood to Kleenex. You blink tentatively. You repeat, blood? Yes, blood. He says the same way he enunciated the name of his competition earlier, like it should have been painfully obvious. Like I told you, our aim is to take out our opposition. Swiftly and painfully. To win, we have to be the last team standing in this entire canyon. Weren't you listening when I explained earlier? God damn it. You've been proceeding on the assumption this kind of elaborate competitive LARP, like solve puzzles and get out of the giant canyon before the other guy type deal. I mean, like, it's this fucking planet. Just a canyon in the middle of nowhere is, by definition, the kind of place that I would expect that they would have blood sports at. Perhaps the arm wrestle your competitors into submission if you run into them, but no, this game involves actual violence. You probably shouldn't be surprised. You've been on Alternia long enough to discern that, but boy, trolls do love killing. He made friends with plenty of trolls who have been less bloodthirsty hobbies, though. You asked him whether or not he's considered getting into excessive bodily force poetry or streaming sick beats. Please, you're kidding, right? There's no time for joking around. No time for feeling sorry. I just realized this isn't really Seto Kaiba as much as it is like Dave Mustaine. There's no time for feeling sorry. I got here on my own.
Don't tell me you're already getting frosty, strut pods. I can't work with someone with such a flimsy sense of conviction.
What's the fucking name of that song with the murder monkey? Public Enemy #1 by Megadeth. Just go watch that video. You don't need to have it does not matter. Just watch the video. It's fucking amazing. It's got like a chimpanzee and it shoots up. It's just, I'm not gonna spoil it, but like it's one of those just beautiful metal videos where nothing fucking makes sense, and it's probably a situation where Dave Mustaine was just like, you know what would be neat? What if we gave a monkey a gun? And someone was like, yeah, whatever you say, Dave, baby. Anything you want, man. And he's like, I want a murder monkey. And they're like, oh, okay.
Public Enemy #1.
Anyway, you reassure him that, no, of course not. Your strut pods are toasty as heck, but he's no longer paying attention to you. His scout glints. There. He flashes past you before you can blink, riding on the waves of his side to the collection of rocks sitting behind you.
Target acquired. Nice try. I think you can outsmart me by laying in wait and launching an ambush. Cowardly move. And sloppy. Very sloppy. Now prepare to get owned. Resistance is... oh, fuck.
Abruptly, Adaja freezes. You hesitate, unsure of what sort of threat you're dealing with here, but then a troll girl with cerulean blue symbol on her shirt pops up from behind the rocks. She giggles menacingly, making Adaja turn towards you. His expression is blank. His nifty brain power is now under your competitor's control. To echo Adaja's sentiment, oh fuck. You need to do something fast. You have a harebrained thought that maybe if you grab Adaja and physically rest? I'm gonna bet that's meant to be wrestle him from her control. You launch yourself towards them in a mad dash, attempting to call out a chilling battle cry, but it comes out more like a pathetically broken yell. Ooh, that's not a good look for you. The girl laughs again. Adaja's eyes flash brighter than you've ever seen so far, almost blindingly. Oh hell, those eyes are straight up lasers, aren't they? And they're really powerful, holy shit. You met some strong trolls, but this kind of power is something else. If Adaja's were a character in a video game, you would assign him a quantifiable number to measure his power. I swear to God, this is the year 2018. If the next page says over 9,000, I'm fucking done. Okay. You got off with the fucking pass this time, Homestuck, but another slip up like that and we're dunzos. Dunzaroonies. Well, it'd be very high is all you're saying. Adaja's laser strike shoot a point above you, scouring a deep gash on the rock and sending rubble toppling downward. You reach out, grabbing Adaja's coat. You have to get out of here. The girl doesn't stop you, merely leaping out of the way of the certain doom that is hurtling rapidly towards you. You think you see something out of the corner of your eye, some latched-itch hope of not getting squashed flat as a grub cake. You race towards it. Your first thought when you open your eyes is that death has finally come to a tentatively cradled in its sweet, loving embrace. Cradle is in, like, you know, comfort, not is in a physical object, which is what I read that as. After you quickly realize that you're in a cave and not in the afterlife, and that the reason you're not able to see anything right now is because the area around you is brightened only by the light coming from Adaja's scouter. Through sheer dumb luck, you must have run towards the single safe spot in the entire ravine, this hole in the ground. It's as if this hole was sitting here, carved out of rock, waiting to be your escape route. You might have... How many anime references are we doing? This one's, this hole was made for me. That one. Fuck. You wince, covering your ears. Could you keep it down a bit? Your nerves are a little shot from almost dying the upteenth time this week.
No, I will not keep it down. Curses, I can't believe this. Who does that blue blood think she is? Does she realize who she just messed with? I'm Seto fucking Kiba. I have money.
Wow, he looks really mad.
I'm Dave Mustaine. I have money.
Same shit, really. Instinctively, you reach out and execute that slow face pat that trolls seem to find so soothing, but he slaps your hand out of the way.
What do you think you're doing? I already told you I have a monorail.
You stammer out an apology. It seems like the right thing to do. Plus, you thought Kanye. I know that's wrong. It's what I'm going to read that as. It doesn't make any sense as that this girl isn't, you know. Well, you guys read the news, I'm sure. That. And in fact is a murder beast. Which is, for some reason, preferable. But yeah. Plus, you thought that Kanye was his mate spirit. He seems to realize what he just said. A hint of yellow touches his cheeks. Just barely visible in the light.
That's what I said. I already have a mate spirit.
No, you're pretty sure you heard him right the first time. You're also pretty sure that there are two different sorts of relationships, but you let the subject drop. No need to rile up your new friend more than he already is. Your shushpap might have been rejected, but so that's just a thing you do lovingly to someone else. It seems to have snapped him out of whatever pissed off funk he's gotten himself into.
Let's get out of here.
He follows the path of the cave. Can't he just blast you both out?
Don't be stupid. If I did that, that would cause a cave-in. Are you eager? Are you that eager to be crushed?
Literally no, that's why we're in this cave in the first place. Good point.
You're acting just like Kanye. So ready to rush in without a game plan.
If he means that as an insult, its effect is kind of lost. He sounds more wistful than irritated. You walk in silence for a while and make your way further into this cave. I like the random ass arpeggios in this. Like that right there. This fucking song. You realize that the walls aren't blank like you previously thought, but covered in complicated carvings. Cave troll art, you wonder?
I know what you're thinking. That life as a prince amongst trolls must be an enviable one.
You snap to attention. Yes, of course. You were definitely thinking about him and his life story just then.
I don't expect someone like you to understand. You're obviously a completely average person who will never live out their life, who will obviously live out their life in perfect mediocrity.
Yes, I am a YouTuber. But the part where you got it wrong is that I'm a perfectly average person who should, but for some reason does not. Instead, I decide to be a tool on the internet.
But not like me. You don't know what it's like to be born so gifted.
Completely average. That's you, alright. You try your best to be sympathetic. Having rad powers must be really hard.
What? No way, it's fucking awesome. As you've clearly seen, it can attract unwanted attention from pathetic individuals who aren't nearly as talented as themselves, who are desperate to have some unbeatable psionics in their corner. To be honest, the Empire is no different. It's not like those rebels are much better. Kanye and I don't really care about one way or another. We're just here to off chumps and get money. We look out for ourselves first and foremost. But eventually we'll be sent off planet to do the bidding of the Empress, just like everyone else.
Okay, so you can see why having no say in the matter kind of sucks, but isn't there opportunity to do cool shit in space too? Adaja's face draws up into a wry expression.
Yeah, with someone else calling all the shots.
You keep walking after what feels like hours, and his scouter flashes again.
And we're here.
He lets the wall have it with his eye lasers. With a resounding roar, it crumbles away. Aside from the spot where he destroyed, the rest of the cave is intact. Moonlight spills into the space through the impromptu exit.
It's over. We were stuck down there for so long that the game has ended. Meaning,
your heart sinks. This is a disaster. He's definitely not going to want to be your friend after losing this competition he's so invested in.
We're the last team standing, which makes us the winners. I knew it. That blue blood loser might have had a stroke of good luck, but she was no match for someone in my station. My victory was foregone conclusion from the start. Bringing you along was an excellent idea.
Okay, whatever makes you happy, man.
Your recklessness really came in handy back there. He's thanking you realize, or something close to it. Mostly you assure him that it was no problem. A prince knows when to give credit where credit's due. Celebration is in order, I think. Once we collect our prize.
There's a prize?
Fuck yeah. Dual Strifers offers an impressive cash reward to whoever wins. You'll get a cut, as well, of course.
Whoa, money. This is the first time you've laid your hands on this stuff since you crash landed. Maybe you'll be able to finally purchase a warm meal or clothing that isn't from somebody else's closet. More importantly than money, though, is that you've proven that you aren't a complete fuck-up. You've managed to earn Adaja's trust and also his friendship. Did I really? Oh, shit. Neat. I didn't fuck this one up. So that was that. I guess, see, I thought we were going to get one on Friday, so I was all ready to, you know, record that episode maybe tomorrow or whatever, but that's not a thing. So you guys will have to wait until after Friday in order for me to start recording the next set. But at least now we're all cut up, right? Caught up, not cut up. Anyway, I'm going to have to race to work now because I got about 10 minutes and it's about 30 minutes away. But you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. And if you agree, smash that sub button or fucking whatever I'm supposed to. I mean, honestly, the subscribe button and the bell don't really work anyway. Just do it. So if you don't want to see my content, it won't even show up anyway. So just do it anyway. I don't know why I'm being so bitter. I'm going to go to work now. I'll see you guys later. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you when I do. Check out Yakuza. I think you guys would like it. It's good. I'll link it at the end here. Anyway, bye!